Anything for the sports channel, Gary.
Alrighty, well, this video will be the December game plan for the first week of December. Are we going to have a holiday float or a holiday drop? On the SPY, the SPY, I'm a bit bullish, leaning into the month of December. However, I will say that it's starting to be a little bit bearish if SPY starts closing hourly or daily beneath 358, which is right about here. So if we break 358, back test it or whatever, and then come down, that's bad news for the market. Otherwise, we're just watching this ascending triangle to pop to the upside. Then we'll target something like SPY 370, 375, 380 by the end of the year. So last week on the game plan, we had a monstrous week. Last week we said to go long on SQ Square, just over $200 a share. Well, SQ went as high as 215. That's a quick 8% in 1 week. We caught that with options, shares, debit spreads, you name it. So Square was in last week's game plan. In last week's game plan, NEO's in to go long over $50 a share. Well, NEO went as high as about 56, 57, 57.20. So that was a really good chunk of change. 15, 16% on NEO. And so, but not in this week's game plan. In last week's game plan, we said to go long on Tesla, TSLA, over $500 a share, targeting the $550. So Tesla from 500 went as high as 600 almost, 22%, but at that 550 target, we got a good 12.5% out of Tesla. We are still swing trading Tesla, but it's not in this week's game plan, as it's kind of a scenario where if you're long, ride it. If you're buying up here, you're asking for trouble. If you're shorting up here, it's asking for trouble. So that's kind of where I stand on Tesla. And then Starbucks was in last week's game plan to go long over 98. Starbucks, we're actually still in the trade, and it's actually in this week's game plan to go long on Starbucks over 99.33 and look for the move up. Here's your sideways consolidation. Look for the pop. And I'm going to be selling as we're breaking resistance levels through 100 on Starbucks. So that's in this week's game plan. It was also in last week's game plan. What else is in this week's game plan is Google, G-O-O-G-L. And Google is forming a nice, good bull flag. Google's a good company. I feel safer with my money in Google than some other stocks. So I'm going to be attacking Google this week, over $1,800 a share. And it may go as high as $1,900, but it might take a little bit longer than a week for that. So I'll be targeting something about the $1,850 level on Google this week. Our next stock that we're watching this week is Boeing. Boeing, we have this nice good move up, and then we're consolidating between 213 and 223. Look to go long on Boeing, early confirmation over 220, but then you can add over 223, and we can target something like the 229, 230, 232 level on Boeing this week. I am expecting a bigger move to happen on Boeing. Maybe we get as high as 270, 275, maybe even as high as 300 if vaccine news is positive this week. Our next stock in this week's game plan is Spotify, and Spotify just broke a triangle pattern. Not on the best volume, but if Spotify can get some really good volume and start coming up over 280, it'll creep up to 285, 290, 295, and if it breaks 300, I think Spotify has a really good run in it. If we look at the weekly chart, it's a weekly bull flag playing out. If we look at the max chart, the monthly chart, this is just one big bull flag looking to pop up, as a lot of stocks are in, as you'll see. But Spotify, we're looking to do a longer term swing trade past 300. Check us out at Weenie Trades Live to see what kind of strike price I'm buying. But that's Spotify. Amazon probably stole the show for Black Friday this year, and I think it'll continue to do well. Whether we are in a pandemic or aren't, Amazon's a beast, and that's just the fundamentals, but when it lines up with the technicals, I'm ready to go long. Going long on Amazon over 3,200. We'll just be targeting the top end of this channel, maybe 3,300, and we'll see if we're getting closer to the apex. If we start getting high volume and we break through 3,300, look for a nice good breakout to maybe just beneath all-time highs, maybe as high as 3,500. But if we're getting above 3,500, we're likely to pop. And we'll be looking for Amazon to hit new all-time highs, maybe 4,000 Amazon by middle of next year, depending on if the SPY is bullish. Alrighty, those are my stocks and that I'm going to be probably swing trading / day trading. This is just what I'm doing, not financial advice. Hope you guys are ready for a great December. We had a really fun November, us and Weenie Trades members alike. Alrighty, I'll see you later. Bye.